So 1.10, we want to talk about solving equations by adding or subtracting. So in the left side, the variables are isolated. So here, x equals to a minus 5. And in this case, the variables are isolated because when I have x is on one side and the number is on the other side. And then also I have 7 minus 3 equals to y. And in this case, the variables are isolated because y is on the right side and in the left side are numbers. So there are some cases that variables are not isolated, such as if today I have x plus 5 equals to 8, then my variables are not isolated because my variable is adding a number. Okay, so now if I have an equation that 7 equals to 3 plus y, then again, my variable is not isolated because y is plusing adding a 3, so the variable is not isolated. Okay, so then secondly, I want to introduce to you the addition property of equality. So what is addition property of equality? Addition property of equality tells us that we can add the same amount to both sides of the equation, and the statement will still be true. So this means if I add a block, so if I have the scale to the right, that the two weights are the same weight, and then to the left, up to the right, there's a scale like this, and then I add the fair amount of the weight on it. Let's just say these two orange things are the same amount of weight, so I add it to the scale to both sides, and then it will still be the same. The weight will make the scale balanced. Okay, so if I have the number, and then if I have the number, so 2 plus 3 equals to 5, and then the equal sign serves as a weight. So if I add two same numbers to the both sides, then 2 plus 7 will equals to 5 plus 4 equals to 9. That means if I add two of the same thing to both to the right side of the equal sign and the left side of the equal sign, two sides will still remain equal. So algebraically, x equals to y. And then if I plus z to both sides, so x plus z equals to y plus z. So lastly, I want to talk again about inverse operation. So when we isolate variables, we use inverse operation. So we use inverse operations when we isolate variables. Such as addition and subtraction are inverse operation. And they undo each other. So now example 1, I want to solve the equation. So the equation x plus a, x minus a equals to 17. So to solve the equation, I want to isolate the variable. So the way to do it is to plus a to both sides of the scale. So x equals to 25. So how do I check my answer? When my x equals to 25, 25 minus 8 equals to 17. Secondly, I want to introduce you the subtraction property of equality. So we can subtract the same amount of the weight from both sides of the equation and the statement will still be true. So now I have this weight, and then to the right, I subtract the weight, so it becomes purple and purple. So then here, the numbers are 4 plus 7 equals to 11. And then the both side I minus 3 and minus 3. So then therefore, 4 plus 4 equals to 8. And algebraically, x equals to y. So now both sides minus z. So x minus z equals to y minus z. So example 2. Now I want to solve the equation a plus 5 equals to 11. So to solve the equation, I have to isolate the variable. So in order to isolate the variable, I want to minus the number to the both sides. So now a equals to 6. And how do I check my answer? So a plus 6, a plus 5, 6 plus 5 equals to 11. So I know a equals to 6 is the right answer. So sports application, so Michael Jordan's highest point total for a single game was 69. So the entire team scored 117 points. So how many points did his teammates score? So Jordan's point plus teammates point equals to final score. So Jordan's points plus teammates points equals to final score. So Jordan's point 69, teammates point as x. X is an unknown variable. Final score is 117. So to find the x, I want to isolate the variable. So I minus 69 both sides. So x equals to 48. So the answer is the teammate scores 48 points. So let's do think and discuss.